this module on literary criticism and theory, where there will be a short introduction to J.H. Miller, the American literary critic, who has been instrumental in connecting North American criticism to the continental philosophical thoughts like post-structuralism and deconstruction. J.H. Miller, whose full name is Joseph Hillis Miller, was born on March 5, 1928 in Virginia, United States of America. He graduated in the year 1948, received MA and PhD from Harvard University in the year 1949 and 1952 respectively. He started his teaching career at Williams College, and after holding various positions at Johns Hopkins University and Yale University, he joined the faculty of University of California in the year 1986. In 2002, he retired as Professor Emeritus. Miller served as the president of the Modern Language Association of America in 1986 and has also contributed significantly to various other professional academic institutions and organizations throughout his career. As a literary critic, he was associated with the Geneva Group of Critics and later with the Yale School of Criticism and Deconstruction. In the early phases of his career as a critic, his specialization was in the Victorian and modernist literature. As he was associated with the Geneva Group of Critics, to him, literature was a tool for understanding the minds of the writers. His concerns were theological, the absence or death of the divine, ethics of reading, reading as a cultural act, etc. Here is a list of his important works published during 1960s or this period. Poets of Realities, 6 20th century writers, published in 1965. The Form of Victorian Fiction, published in 1968. And The Disappearance of God, 1963. The general atmosphere in Europe during the 1950s and 1960s was that of a preference to theory than close reading. But surprisingly, the European structuralism couldn't make inroads into United States of America. But when it comes to 1970s, we can see that there is a paradigm shift. The atmosphere was less political, marked by skepticism, defeat, and the post-structuralist theories like Michel Foucault, Roland Barthes, and Jacques Derrida were read and accepted. Derrida, along with 4 Yale University professors, published a group of essays, Deconstruction and Criticism, in the year 1979. And remember, this is the only book published by the members of Yale School jointly. Paul D. Mann and J.H. Miller, 2 of the contributors, later became the torchbearers of deconstruction in the United States. Miller became the advocate of deconstruction, defending it against the charges of nihilism. By the way, what is nihilism and deconstruction? Let's have a quick look. Nihilism is a school of thought which originated in Russia in 1990s and rejected the religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless, nothing in the world is permanent, etc. So what is nihilism? It is a school of thought originated in Russia in 1990s and rejected the religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless, nothing in the world is permanent, etc. And what is deconstruction? Deconstruction is a form of philosophical and literary analysis originated in France in 1960s and was developed by Jacques Derrida. Deconstruction questions the traditional assumptions about truth, identity, certainty. Deconstructionists assume that text, by its nature of language and usage, do not have a fixed or coherent meaning. A text can subvert its own meaning at some other point of time. So, I hope you are clear about deconstruction. Now let's get back to J.H. Miller. A good part of Miller's scholarship dealt with the language, its rhetoric, but one can notice that towards the latter part of his career, he has developed his interest in the theory, in the relevance of theory, in the relationship between literature and literary theory. Here is a list of works written during this period. Fiction and Repetition, 1982. Linguistic Moment, 1985. The Ethics of Reading, 1987. Versions of Pygmalion, 1990. Victorian Subjects, 1991. Hawthorne and History, 1991. Topographies, 1995. Reading Narrative, 1998. Speech Acts in Literature, 2001. And On Literature, 2002. So, the text which we are going to deal in the next module, that is the module that follows, is The Criticus Host of J.H. Miller. The Criticus Host is a paper presented in a session at Modern Language Association, and it is considered as a reply to M.H. Abrams' The Deconstructive Angel. M.H. Abrams' The Deconstructive Angel was also published in the same session, but before the presentation of Miller. And Abrams' paper was a charge against the deconstruction movement. Criticus a Host was first published in The Critical Inquiry in the year 1976 and later in Deconstruction and Criticism of 1979. That is the collection of essays by Yale critics. So, what was the argument of M.H. Abrams in The Deconstructive Angel? Abrams' argument was that there is a fixed univocal meaning for a text. That is, a fixed univocal meaning is possible for a text. And if we are using deconstructive strategies or methods, even history would become an impossibility. He quotes Wayne Booth that deconstructive reading is plainly, simply parasitical on the obvious or univocal reading. I repeat the statement, plainly, simply parasitical. So, what is going to be the reply from Miller to this? I think it's an easy guess. Miller argued in his paper that univocal determinant meaning is impossible. And therefore, history too is an impossibility. So, I repeat, Miller argued that univocal determinant meaning is impossible and history too is also impossible. So, we have come to the end of this module. In the module that follows, we will be having a detailed discussion on the Criticus Host. Hope this session was fruitful. Have a good day. Thank you.